Hi, welcome to this new video. In this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this prompt button here in the UI, that if you click here you should get a prompt to either attack or kill, and you can fill in the bullets and that will get sent to a function that handles it. So let me just introduce you to these screens that I have here. Or actually it's just one screen that contains a lot of components. It's got the leaderboard screen, we have it here, and that basically it does this. It has the users query that requests all the users, and together with the bus mutation, because every user can be clicked on for a prompt, and that will go to the bus mutation, and that will get into the leaderboard screen, which is the whole thing. So yeah, it's also possible. So yeah, the leaderboard screen is right here. We have a lot of imports. Then we have the class here. That's how I divide the file, by the way. 5 things: the imports, the class, the styles, the queries, and the composition, the request or the GraphQL request, and then number 6, the composition of everything together. Add everything together. That's really simple. So yeah, let's look at the class a little bit. The class is leaderboard screen. It constructs the class. It has a state of the prompt. Is it visible or not? And what is the message of the prompt? And who is the prompt going to? Who is it about? This is something that I don't even use anymore, and I'm gonna clean it up another time. So if sometimes someone in the user card screen, this button is there. So if you click that button, then it's actually prompting this function from the user card component. I will show you later how that works. And if this is completed, or this will make the prompt visible, then it will go to the prompt that's here, and it says on submit, it will go this bus value, so what did you fill in, and who, that's in the state. So then it will turn the prompt false, not visible again, and yeah. So then it will go to this bus, right? And what does this bus do? This bus is actually sending the functions, the stuff that you entered to this props bus. And what is this props bus? And with the result, this props bus is, as you can see here, the bus mutation. So it's the bus mutation that actually sends a push notification to the server, and it puts it in this bus property of the component. So that's great, because then we can fill in all the variables that we have collected along the way to this mutation. And yeah, that's awesome, because in that way the query can do something else every time, depending on what the user does. So the bus function goes to that mutation, and then after it gets something back from the server, which is in the object of data in the object, and there's another object in that called sendPush, and that has the result because the mutation is in that form. And then it will look, is it actually something that I got back? A yes or no. And if it does get something back, I use the React Native function alert, and it will show just what I got back. And send push is normally something, as you can see, this is the server. Send push is actually something that gives a string back all the time. So we can just print it here. And I never get into this case of no reaction because I always get a reaction after that. So it will always show just what we got back from the server. So there's no extra logic on the client side, anything. The server calculates everything that the user needs to see in a string. That's great, I think. That's what we need. It's really simple. Anyway, this is the bus function, and this goes through. This is kind of the same what we need to do now with the attack function, because right now the attack function is handled in the user card component. As you can see here at the bottom, the user card is kind of put in a list. As you can see, actionable user card is one item in the flat list. And what's actionable user card? That's this one. It's composed from the user card together with the respect mutation, the attack mutation, and the device information from Redux. So yeah, I need the attack mutation to move to the leaderboard screen, right? Because we have this prompt button over here. We have it in the leaderboard component in the screen. Because yeah, that's a lot easier, because then we only need one component instead of as many components as users. And that would be a little bit inefficient, I think. So yeah, that's why I'm going to move the attack mutation to here. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. So now we have the attack mutation and the bus mutation in the leaderboard screen. Okay. And yeah, the attack mutation needs, of course, the device information, I guess. The bus mutation does so too. So let's see how the bus mutation handles it. It has own props and it uses the push token, which gets it from own props. And we have own props too, but the push token is somewhere else. It's not in screen props in the user card component, but it's just in device. Screen props is, by the way, something that you get from the navigator. The navigator, if you put any extra properties in the navigator, then you'll want to put it in screen props, because then it gets into every screen of the navigator, and it's more efficient than any other way. So yeah, instead of from device, we get it from the screen props now. Because now it's in a leaderboard screen, and that's directly mapped to the navigator. It's one of the screens of the navigator, because it's here, of this navigator, the tab navigator here. So yeah, we need it from screen props. I can show you if you don't believe me. Leaderboard screen, it's this one, and yeah, as you can see, it has the screen props, and there is the device with all the information we need. So that's going to be the variable. And the attack mutation, for the rest, it stays the same. It has all the information it needs, so that's good. We just moved the mutation to another component. Awesome. So what's next? Because now we still cannot click on it. So let's see how this mutation works again. So the bus button, we need to make it similar to the bus button, right? So where's the bus button? Okay, it's there. So the bus button is gonna open the prompt in the leaderboard screen, but this is gonna be another prompt. So I'm gonna call it prompt attack. instead of this attack, we can't use that anymore. We're going to remove this. So instead of this attack, it will the send will go to a prompt like this. The icon was still the same. And it will give the ID. That's really important. The ID of the user will get sent to this prompt attack. So what's this prompt? This prompt ID will get the ID, and then it will disprompt prompt attack with the ID. And I don't know why exactly it sets the state to prompt null, but let's just forget about that for now. We'll see. And this function has to move to the upper component, the parent component. So let's first move that quickly. That's kind of similar to the bus functionality. For now, I'm going to first go on with this prompt attack. So we don't have that function yet. This prompt attack. So that's in the constructor. And we're going to bind the component. So that it can get access to things. I don't know. This one we don't have anymore, so we're not gonna need it anymore. Yeah, I think that's it for the user card component. I think we have everything that we need. Maybe I forgot something, but let's first move to the other component. So yeah, we need to do the same as prompt in the other component. It goes the same direction, so I'm just gonna copy this stuff. Oh, no, not that. Actually, it will get the same information as prompt into the leaderboard component, but then in prompt attack, right? So what is it that the leaderboard screen does with prompt? It binds it to the function prompt. So I'm gonna make the same for the prompt attack. And who is a number, right? I'm using TypeScript, by the way, so sometimes I like to actually, I know I get a lot of linings with red color. That means I don't do TypeScript right. But I don't care. Sometimes I find it useful to understand the code better. Sometimes I don't care, basically. So now it's gonna say prompt visible true, but because in the leaderboard screen we have the prompt, but in this one we are going to make a second prompt. So it's going to set the state prompt visible to true, but this is not a prompt, so now we're gonna say prompt attack visible true. Okay, and who, it can be shared, because that state is gonna be an ID of a player. So yeah, that can be the same one, but prompt attack visible, that has to be in the state, and that's gonna make the prompt visible. Okay, prompt attack, prompt visible is in the state, and it's false by default. Prompt attack visible has to be false by default as well. And this, who is an ID of a user, I don't know why I put the default in as a string, but it doesn't seem to matter, so I'm not gonna change it for now. Maybe it's bad code, I know. Give me a comment if you can tell me if it's actually bad code or whatever. If you have any comments about my coding style and if I make stupid beginner mistakes, just tell me. I'm not the best. I'm just trying to show you what I do and trying to teach you something, but yeah, I'm also teaching myself. So, prompt attack, set state, visible true. Alright, I think we can actually get a prompt, make a new prompt. So this is the prompt. I'm gonna just copy that for a new prompt. I'm gonna say attack this guy. How many bullets? Sorry, it's Dutch, I know it's confusing, but this says how many bullets. That's a placeholder. Okay, default value visible prompt attack visible will determine if it's gonna be visible or not. And on cancel we're gonna say prompt attack visible is false and the message is gonna default to 0. By the way, I don't know if message is gonna be good because it's a string and we want a number. But let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, we can always make a new state for the amount of bullets in integer or number format. But on submit, we get the value, which is the message, and we're gonna send it to this bus. But now I want to send it to this attack, right? A value is gonna be the amount of bullets, and who is gonna be the player ID. And then we're gonna set the prompt attack visible to false again. I'm gonna say the okay, so this is what it will show in the state. Doesn't really matter. On submit, it's gonna be that. Oh, that's Dutch. So on submit, we're gonna attack, right? So what does it do for the bus function? It will request the, and I think with the attack we have it already. So, but now this time we are sending a few variables into the attack, the value and who. Yeah, value can be anything, and who can be pretty much, it's probably a number. It's gonna be the int of the person. And in the leaderboard screen, I think, yeah, this props screen props has the device. And ID is coming from who. Awesome. So now we have the V, but as you can see here, the attack function asks for the ALF, the ID, and the bullets. So the ALF we have here, the ID is gonna be who, And what's going to be the bullets? Right, the value. We have to make sure though that these things are what they need to be. Because this, yeah, well, I don't know what can happen. Maybe it's not gonna be like that, right? So if value, let's do that here. How do I do that? Wait, I will get back to you. Okay, so I just did a little bit of validation. I want who and value to be numbers. I'm not sure if this is the way to do it. If it's not, then let me know. Because yeah, I get a lot of TypeScript errors. I really have to do something about it, I know, but I don't do it yet. Anyway, if these things are not really numbers, then it will return nothing and will go out of the function. We'll just log this to see if that ever happens. And I know where to go. Device push token and who and value. So then it's actually correct, and it will send. If it doesn't end here, it will go through. It will send it will send value, this thing, this object, to the server. It will get back something, and if there is a string, if it gets something, it's probably a string, and otherwise it will say, what the fuck, I didn't get anything back. But that's not gonna happen. So yeah, that's the attack function. I think I did everything that's necessary. So let's try it out. I know it's really ugly, all the underlinings of TypeScript, but right now I don't know enough about TypeScript yet to handle them correctly. And I don't have the time to put in a lot of boilerplate. I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. So yeah, let's see if it works. No. This props prompt attack is not a function. Is it? I thought so. I thought it was. Maybe I forgot it in here. It's a function. Maybe I forgot something here. Let me just find it. I found it. I forgot to to send prompt to the props of the function of the user card, because yeah, I thought I kind of did that with compose, but I didn't. I have to send it in the actual user card. So now it binds this function over here to the function in the child component, which is awesome. Now I am really connected. and my code is 2. So let's see what happens. Okay, attack 7. Yes? No, I don't want to. Attack 8. All right. Yes or no? Attack 9. Okay. And I just want to make sure before I do anything, it asks, okay, it's not long enough. The default can't, it's in one line, so I can't put the whole thing I want to put here in there. It doesn't matter. I will do that. Okay, let's change that now. Uh, where is it? Okay, I know this is not really good copy, but you are not Dutch anyway, are you? So let's see. Now it will probably show it correctly in the UI, and people will understand kind of what they need to do. Yep, alright. So I want to make sure the values that I sent are actually the correct values. So I have to check the attack function, and I'm just gonna log this for now in a JSON stringified object, so then I can see in the log if it's actually what I want it is, you know. Yeah, so let's see. Okay. Invalid input. Is that so? That could be. Value is probably, and now it says invalid input again. Okay. That's not so nice. It's not becoming number. Value is not a number. So who is actually a number? That's good. So it doesn't end here. A value is not a number, that's right. It's actually k. But what if I fill in 999? That's a number, right? No, it's not a number. Okay, so it's probably still a string format. So how do we convert a string to a number? I want to see what type it is to make sure. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see if it works like that. Alright, I was right, it's a string, bro. So let's change it. How do I convert a, it's pretty stupid JavaScript, I know. I mean, yeah. It will be even more funny if it says this. I know, we already know what to do, but I just want to see what it shows you. Huh. 9 is not a number, bro. It's a string. Yeah, sure, man. Okay, let's convert it then. Ah. So number makes, it casts it to a number. Yeah, that's awesome. So that's what I need. Um, so I don't even need this check anymore, I think. Or, well, now I'm gonna convert it to a number. And then if let's see how we do that. I think I'm not sure. No, you know what? I'm not gonna return ever, just converting it to 0. So now I'm pretty sure that value is always 0 or any number. And I'm gonna convert it. Let's see if that's correct. I don't know if this function exists on every number. No. Hmm. Ah, there it is. So now I'm quite sure that the number is the correct input. If you know any better ways to do this, let me know, please. Value 9 is now a number for sure. It's a number. Okay, so now it's gonna send it to the server, and yeah, it actually sends an ID of 2 and bullets of 9. And yeah, I know. Why am I doing any validation on the client? I don't know. I'm probably a little bit off the right path right now, because it's way shorter to do, because now I have to do the same validation again on the server. But anyway, it works. It does it. Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure that it sends the correct input to the server, but it doesn't actually matter that much. I could have done the conversion on the server as well, because now I still kind of have to do that to make it secure. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just showed you how I made the prompt possible on the client side, and now I can just I can just handle that data on the server and send it back in the right way. And that's going to be the next video. So see you in the other video. Bye bye.